Very good morning to all. Welcome to Safety Expert Talk. Today in our show, we have another expert here, Mr. Satya Narayanan, doing ESG auditing and a lot of special operation in ESG. Let's welcome on behalf of Health and Safety Hub, we welcome Mr. Satya Narayanan. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. And I think this is one of the very important milestones that HSC have been taking on. And my best wishes for the anniversary of HSC have been passes this 1 year period of different various programs and audits. Okay, thanks for that. And also thanks for this initiative of bringing many experts from safety field. Okay, for this kind of show to bring the kind of most variable and most important awareness among the working profession. Thank you.
So we are very familiar with each other, but our audience like to know what Satya Narayanan, Dr. Satya Narayanan is doing, what exactly that operation. So can you share about yourself, what the activity you do and what is your specialized area? So it will be good to start the show.
Okay. Thank you. Basically, I've been finished my doctorate on Quality 4.0 of incorporation of Industry 4.0 in the quality management system. I've been leading INVIT training wing. Starting from different aspects, how to bring the new technologies into the training aspect. Coming to this topic of ESG, last 3 years, we have been keep on working that once our SEBI have been told that top 1,000 firms has to submit their BRSR reporting system. From that day onwards, our team have been working on how we can able to make sure that this process of submitting the BRSR reporting can be incorporated into a process. So a lot of research, a lot of workshops have been conducted, a lot of audits have been conducted. Myself and also our team, we have been working towards how to automate this process. Okay, ESG is a buzzword now. How to automate this process? So in that process, the trainings, the audits have been part of this.
It is great to know about your activities. You are doing it in a pan-India basis, so that is very great thing. And taking a vision and executing it is nowadays is not an easy task. And it is advance congratulations, and we appreciate the effort you and your team are taking. People who are in the field already they have some idea about ESG, but there are many people in India just now starting and they are getting awareness about ESG. So can you narrate about what is exactly ESG? And already they are having ISO 9000, 14,000, now it is 45,001. So many industries, manufacturing sectors, okay, in the IT building, every sector is having their own ISO. Like and recently I had a discussion with the facility management. There is a ISO standard and they are following it up. When we have a multiple ISO standard which stand for the quality and the system oriented, what is the need going for ESG and how it helps the organization?
I can able to take this question in two ways. First way, the first part is what does ESG means. Next, what is differentiate between ESG and ISO. So I can able to take it in two parts. The first part, I like to answer what is ESG. Whenever we are talking about ESG, we have been talking about that the environmental aspect, the social aspect and the governance aspect, we have been bifurcating into these three pillars. In my perspective, okay, it's not so. We have to see the roots of this ESG. Okay, it's like a cyclic process. It's like a cyclic process. Why this ESG is? Okay, in your question, you have been asked that why this ESG is. It's a mandatory requirement. Okay, basically this ESG have been origin in Western countries for the risk analysis of the firms whenever they are going for any kind of loans. Okay, whenever the investors have been coming to invest in their industry. Okay, how as a investor, as a shareholder, how I can able to ensure that how well you are performing. Now, as a business, yes, we may be doing very good. What is the futuristic of this business? What is the risk aspect? The most buzzword of ESG is risk. To understand the risk of that particular business, okay, this ESG concept have been derived. Risk with respect to environment, risk with respect to social, risk with respect to governance. You can able to see that you cannot able to see this all these three part in a different aspect. It's a cyclic process. Environment is related with the governance. If the governance aspect in your strategic goal as an industry, the environmental impact, reducing the environmental impact is not there, you can't able to move forward at all. Same way, the social aspect. As a governance aspect, I can't able to think, if I be not going to think about my employees, I can't able to excel in my business, right? So, this three pillars is not a silos. It's been interrelated and it's a keep on a continuous improvement process. That's most important. So, in a nutshell, what is ESG? ESG is nothing but a holistic evaluation of the risk of that particular firm. For that, we are giving the names of environmental, social, and governance.
So we will take care of the environment, and we take care of the people, and we take care of the whatever legal requirement or the governance. So again, second part of the question now you can explain. Already I have multiple standards ISO. Why ESG, or how it is related with the ISO and ESG, or is it the same or it is different?
Okay, excellent. So first, for answering this question, my credibility for answering this question is, I've been lead auditor for 7 ISO standards, starting from 40, 45, 2100, 13485, 27001. So, based on various exposures of various standards, ISO standards, ISO is a body which gives you the guidelines that for this, for example, if it is ISO 14001, Environmental Management System, these are the things you have to follow. It's a set of guidelines which has been fixed by our ISO, but ISO is also, it's been origin from SDG goals, Sustainable Development Goals, right? Here, coming to this ESG is a very wide aspect. ESG is not giving you any kind of guidelines, it's asking you what are the promises you had with respect to all this domain, how you have been performing on. And next very important aspect is what is going to be the continual improvement from last year to this year. ESG, there are different frameworks are available. Different frameworks. Yeah. But ESG is not giving you that this is going to be the set of classes I'm going to ask. No. It's a very wide forum. In that wide forum, the subset will be ISO. ISO can able to complement ESG. If your ISO standards are good. Good means whether it has been aligned with your process. Next, getting the information for ESG will be always right. So, coming to a very nutshell, ESG is a very vast domain. In that vast domain, the subset of ESG will be of relevant ISO standard, provided, I've been giving a small caution also here, provided if you have been made this ISO as a process approach in your organization. I always ask that. I can able to take a minute for this question because you have been asked about ISO. I always ask this question to many MNCs when I've been going for the workshops. I've been asking them, you are spending so much of values in respect to time, in respect to the manpower, in respect to the money for getting the certification, ISO certification. What is the return on investment? Before ISO, after ISO. Can you able to chunk it down 3 improvements? If you can able to do that, yes, that is the most important aspects. Or otherwise, ESG, people are looking after ESG as also yet another ISO certification. No, because I will tell the importance out of this concept. ESG, last year, water conservation, what value you have been disclosed. This year, what value you are going to disclose? That's most important aspect.
Recently, I visited one industry for a discussion, and that person clearly said, when the initial certification of ISO, we work very hard. if the same team is working hard for the recertification, so mean ISO is not implemented in a right way.
Right.
So that's the reality. So are you looking for ISO certificate or are you really implemented the systematic operation in your industries?
Yes.
And you really said what is the improvement next year on year. So Satyanarayana, next one that when that ISO come and the people are actually created awareness, even a single person, solopreneur also can get ISO certification like that. ESG is having any limitation to the manufacturing sector or the industries or to the any kind of organization? Because recently I saw HDFC Bank also released their ESG policies and other things. I mean, so ESG is the target for which kind of organization?
Okay. Thanks for this question because I think it's a very important aspect that we have to understand about this ESG frameworks. As I've been told you earlier, ESG is a risk assessment. So the risk will be for all type of business, starting from, okay, it may be, okay, the finance sector, it may be the manufacturing sector. So irrespective of the domains which they have been working on, it is the moral responsibility for an organization to submit this ESG reporting, and I can able to add you few more flavors also here. The main aspect here is if you are part of this 1,000 firms or not, but it is always safe to say that you start your ESG journey right now. Start integrating this ISO into this ESG requirement so you may be ready for the futuristic race. So as you rightly asked, it's not only for manufacturing firm, it's for all the sectors of MNCs who have been doing their business. I can able to even bifurcate your question and tell you that it's not only for the giant players, even the tier 1, tier 2 also responsible for this ESG, because if the tier 1 and tier 2 is going to submit their report to the OEM, then only OEM can able to submit their ESG report in a right way. So the caution statement here is, my dear friends, okay, what as a OEM, we may be in a journey of preparing for this ESG, but same way, make sure that your tier 1 and tier 2 suppliers also having this kind of awareness to support your ESG roadmap.
So clear. So it is not limited to one kind of industry. It is for all. See again, why the people are asking the question? See, as everybody asks, if I invest my time and my money, what is the return on investment? So with your experience of being a consultant for ESG to many industries and corporate, what is the benefit the corporate got after implemented the ESG? So that ISO is giving some kind of benefits. What ESG has given the return of investment? They invest manpower, they invest money, sometimes more money I can say. They have to invest a lot of time. It takes a lot of transaction in between the stakeholders. So can you share some case studies before ESG implementation? Okay, after ESG implementation, what they achieved?
Before I can able to share my experience on this case study, I can always ensure that I can able to talk upon first what is the return on investment, because we as a human being, we always want what is the outcome, whether we can able to work for that or not.
Probably.
Okay, that's why I told you the outcome you should not able to see about the ESG scores. No, it's not outcome. Even ISO certification, no, it's merely a paper. But the process, the outcome is always very important aspect. What I can able to, okay, as an organization, what I can able to get benefited out of. First I can able to ensure you why I have to go for ESG. Okay, India, I have been signed a treaty in Paris Agreement stating that by 2070, India is going to be carbon neutral. A very big step. Okay, by telling this, it may be a very small things which can able to happen. It's not like that. Becoming a carbon neutral, it's a very big vision. You can able to see that we are giving, okay, we are taking at least, okay, 4 decades of time. That yes, by 2030, we are going to be carbon neutral. Carbon neutral is a very big subject. Okay, we can able to talk about the very big subject. Yes. So, it's like a transition from your business and also future readiness. in with respect to the goal of our government. Government is taking a stand saying that by 2070 we India is going to be carbon neutral. So while you are going to put down this ESG, I'm talking about the main perspective. Okay, so in the environmental impact, okay, you can able to understand that as a player how much carbon emission I've been doing on. First there should be a monitoring mechanism. Next there should be a measuring mechanism. So now based on this ESG only, you are bringing that mechanism saying that as a firm how much CO2 I am emitting on.
Okay.
First thing. Next thing about my social aspect. Social aspect, are we just fulfilling the norms, or apart from the legal requirement of this territory, I've been putting down lot of benchmarks which has been following in other countries and making sure that my employees have been feeling that happiness on.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, because it's very important to run the business, right? Run the show. Here, I can able to tell you, many industries, big MNCs today, they are finding shortage of skilled manpower. Different sectors, okay, not only on the blue collars, different sectors of people are facing this skilled manpower. So, if you are going to make the benchmark of the good systems which is being followed in other countries, it is your opportunity to retain the good employees. Retention of the employees. So for that, ESG is helping you, stating that what are the different allowance you are giving to your employees. 45003. I take this as one of the opportunity. Okay, many organizations are talking about lot of rocket sciences. I always tell them, it is the time to go for this ISO 45003 as a complement of ISO 45001. Psychosocial element.
Psychosocial. Yes. Now it actually it is the need of the hour now.
A need of the hour. Psychosocial element. You are giving a pay, good. Okay, but are your employees are happy? Next aspect about the governance aspect. We are going to self-evaluate ourselves. The governing mechanism, what is the SPARK analysis of my governing analysis? As a governing team, whether we are fulfilling the legal requirements, everyone will do. But apart from that, how effective we are? The last question, we have been discussing about a particular bank. They have been given this ESG statement. Now, it is an opportunity for other banks to benchmark the best practice of ESG and make sure that uplift their system, right?
Yes, true.
Before that, there are a lot of hidden recipes are there. Okay, this is the hidden recipe. I can't be able to reveal to anyone. No, now everything is shared. Everything, at least limited things have been shared. We can able to always, there is opportunity for benchmarking the things. Okay, coming to the case study, I can able to take 2 minutes of time of this case study. There is an organization which has been there at Vizag. Okay, they have been called us. They have been thinking that it is yet another ISO standard. First, they told us that you can able to teach us. If everything goes good, our team will good. Okay, our team can able to do the things. If the things are not going good, your team can able to deploy and you can able to make sure that the entire show is been run from your end. But we never work as a consultant. We always work as a knowledge partners. We told that yes, first we can able to board the boat, then we can able to see how it's been doing on. Okay, so slowly this ESG aspect it has been taught to that top management team. Then one particular day, while we are discussing about different factors, the person, the top management person understood about the occupational diseases. He have been told that due to less amount of O2 presence in this factory, we are handling chemicals, a lot of dust have been produced from this atmosphere.
Environment.
Okay, for this, as of today, we are thinking that what we have to do, we are getting a good salary. It is our responsibility that as a top management person, I have to reduce the frequency of visiting that particular shop floor.
Okay.
He openly told. Then he realized that apart from that, apart from the frequency has been reduced also, the particular top management peoples have been getting the chronic, lung problems. Then he understood that the same thing have been replicant because for the first line of peoples. Then he understood that it should not be like that. It should not be like that because it is involved in their business also. They are training the peoples because it is a chronic illness. Even and nobody can able to identify this. It's a chronic illness. It's a chronic illness. What have been happening is once they have been taking, after they have been into the particular shop floor of more than 7+ years of experience, who are having their process capability in the process, 9th year, 10th year, 11th year, they can't able to continue their job in the same shop floor. Various kind of problems have been created and they are shifted to the other plants. Different portfolios have been given. Again, they are starting from the scratch. That is the main reason. After doing this ESG analysis, he found that they can't be able to expand their business. New orders, they are taking the new orders, but they can't be able to expand. Why? Because they are not having experienced fellows here. Experienced fellows are not here. Then he immediately highlighted this thing. The scenario entirely changed. The top management person asked me, sir, what are this kind of other requirements are there in social aspect? Then I patiently told him, sir, you have been tasted only one flavor. There are other 2 flavors also. Because it is, as I told you, it has been interlinked. Yes. Then you believe it or not, now, after 3 months, they improved the condition, absenteeism reduced, focused has been there. This particular smart CEO, what he did, he made this as a marketing point, saying that no firms in India for this business, they are not capturing their occupational chronic illness and setting up the factory. We are doing this towards the commitment to our employee, and now we got a German-based order also, worth of 44 crores.
Yeah.
I told him, sir, you have to give 10% for this 44 crores.
Naturally, because that screw is very important. Which screw to adjust? So you found out the screw.
Because this is one of the case. There are many case studies are there. This case study, why I have been shared this case study is, I always feel, as a knowledge partners, touching the, unknown people's wealth and health is the biggest gift God has given to us. So always we have to do that process.
Absolutely well said. In fact, when you narrate, I am just visualizing the scenario. And one more thing also coming to my mind, through HSC, we do a lot of safety training program. Many people are aware of that. And in that recently we started about night shift worker health.
Night shift.
So initially, I thought it is a normal thing, health awareness, but I went deep into it. There are a lot of people are not even expressing their problem. Night shift is not that much easy thing. They are in a different world. In fact, when ISO 45003, I think this also need to be focused. Because now in 2024, like above 40 plus, 43, 44, 45, they might have coming to the stage like a DGM or AGM. So some certain level. If you ask them personally, they have a lot of diseases within themselves. They are not expressing. When we ask the reason, they will say, Arun, I started at 19 years as a foreman. I worked 20 years very hard, but 20 years is a rotatory shift, day shift and B shift and a night shift. Since they are not taken care of themselves in the night shift, they are getting developed a lot of diseases. I think another factor also, So we need to focus upon in this night shift workers.
Night
And initially they will say, sir, I will work for 5 years in night shift. After that, I will get promoted. I will come for day shift. No, the 5 years irregular or what is that lifestyle of night shift, if it's not taken care, it may affect in future also. So since you you shared about the occupational that is okay, that kind of hazard is there in the industry. So I'm just visualizing this. This is also another biggest area we need to address now. At least
Yes.
in 2024, we have a knowledge source and knowledge partners like you. There are many knowledges are available. Even to utilize the knowledges, there are many guides are available, coaches are available. Only thing they have to utilize it and they have to develop their health. So that ISO 45003, you said, right?
45003.
Yes, definitely. That is a very much eye opener for me also in this time. So very much thank you for sharing. I think I don't need more case study now because this itself is a great one. Okay, and here I'm going to ask another question. It may be a little bit controversial or interesting also. MNCs and private companies are having their own system. What about government industries takeaway on ESG? So will it be really possible? Definitely it will be possible, but how hard it will be? So in your point of view, because the thermal power station and we are explaining a lot of things, and how the pattern of ESG in government industries?
உடல் நலம், பாதுகாப்பு, உணர்வு நலம், health, safety, emotion.